Hello, magnificent human beings. My name is Landon with Yoga New Mexico, where we focus on empowerment, alignment, and strength. You are in the right place, capable and strong. It is Friday, so that means full class Friday. Yes. Uttanasana, that is forward fold. So go ahead and roll out your mat, and I will roll the intro screen. Finding yourself here at the top of your mat, hands here at heart center, that prayer position by your side, whichever you like. Roll your shoulders back, eye gaze just above the horizon, but close your eyes and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Keeping this calming, steady, focused Ujjayi breath. Forgetting about anything from your day. Just being present right here on your mat where you are. Allowing an intention to surface, something you want more of in your life, something maybe you want to dedicate your practice to today, something simple, something profound, whatever you wish. Sealing our intention, 3 cleansing breaths. So go ahead, inhale through your nose, inhale, 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 hold, exhale out your mouth. Inhale through the nose, inhale, inhale, hold, exhale out the mouth. Last one, inhale through the nose, inhale, inhale, big belly, big breath, gentle sigh. Open up your eyes and inhale, hands up overhead. Squeeze your glutes, exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, relax. Come up high onto those toes, bending your knees, coming to that ball pose, that modified toe stand. Chin in the chest, relax. Couple breaths. And your next inhale, bringing those glutes up into that forward fold. You exhale, relax. Forward fold, putting as much of a bend in your knees as you wish. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. So this full body breath sequence has lots of these forward folds, and we'll come into these a lot more as our class progresses. Chin is the last to rise, coming all the way up, hands up overhead. Squeeze your glutes, very gentle back bend, let it go. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Very good. Inhaling into your half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. High into those toes, coming to that ball. Exhale, shoulders down, away from ears. Chin into chest, round. And glutes come up. And heels come down. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chin is the last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, gentle sigh. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Fingertips on the mat. And downward facing dog. Pedal it out, getting loose. First down dog, so you can kind of play with it a little bit and getting things nice and loose and swaying side to side. Left leg, three-legged down dog, just briefly. Bring it through, base of your lunge, hands up overhead, full crescent lunge. Breathe. Hands come down to frame that foot. Right foot, bring it into a brief standing splits. Set it down, forward fold, relax. Really focus on relaxing head, neck, and shoulders in your forward fold. Maybe shifting your weight forward a tiny bit. Fingertips on the mat, knees bent. Just breathe. Identify your left foot, bring it back. Brief lunge, and then downward facing dog. Right leg, three-legged, bring it through, base of your lunge, and hands come on up overhead. Breathe. Hands come down to the mat. Left leg steps up into that forward fold. Well, brief standing splits. Then your forward fold. Relax. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Come on down. And then right leg comes back. Brief lunge. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Shift your weight forward into that plank. You can lower onto your knees if you wish, heels to your glutes. And you can do your chaturanga, lowering halfway out, coming all the way down, raising on up, and downward facing dog. Weight shifts forward into that plank. Left knee, lower it down to the mat, and then ground down your right heel. And open it on up. Modified side plank. Breathe. And bring that hand on down. Regular plank. Right knee lowers down. Ground down your left heel. Left hand up overhead. Modified side plank. Opposite side. Breathe. And bring it on down. Full plank. Forearm plank. And then walk your feet up into that dolphin pose. Pressing those forearms into the mat. Soft knees. Focusing on your flat back. Breathe. So we can see how this kind of has similarities to our forward fold as well. Flat back, trying to get those straight legs. Breathe. Okay. Walk those feet back. Forearm plank. Coming into regular plank and downward facing dog. And left leg, bring it on through. Base of your lunge, hold here. Ground down your back heel. And then slowly windmill open up into warrior 2. Eye gaze softly over that front hand and doing your checks. Left knee stacked on top of that ankle. Heels more or less in one line. Keep with your breath. Right hand comes up. Left arm onto that leg. Your extended side angle. Reaching, feeling that lengthening all the way from the base of that hip up through your rib cage, Breathe. And come on back. Fantastic. Okay, windmill your hands all the way down to the mat. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Okay, bring that right foot through. Base of your lunge. Ground down your back heel. 90 degrees. Very good. And slowly windmill open into that. Warrior two. Doing your checks as always. This knee on top of that ankle. Strong feet into the mat. Engage those inner thighs. Lift through that torso. Breathe. And forearm onto that leg. Left hand up overhead. Your extended side angle. Come on back. Strong warrior. Breathe. Stay focused. Hands all the way down to the mat. Downward facing dog. Weight shifts forward into that plank. Doing that chaturanga if you wish. Roll your shoulders back. Eye gaze comes up for that up dog. And from here, coming into child's pose. Push it all the way back. Relax. Forehead on the mat. Just breathe. Shifting your weight forward into that tabletop. Wag it out, shake it out. So our forward fold has a lot to do with low back and our glutes and our hamstrings especially. So we're gonna do kind of some things here to really get into those hamstrings to help with our forward fold. But first, let's go ahead and do kind of a quick bending series so that we can gauge where we are in our forward fold. And then we'll come back to it later. So go ahead, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Hands to feet, feet to hands, forward fold, relax, breathe. Chin is last to rise, coming all the way up to standing. Shake it out. Okay. Go ahead and bring your hands on up overhead. Interlace your fingers, pointer fingers come out. Getting ready for our side bends, crescent moon. You lengthen directly upward. Hips come to the left and body to the right. Breathe. And come back. Okay. Bring your hips over to the right and then body to the left. Tilting, hinging, crescent moon. Breathe, focus. And come on back. Release, shake it out. Getting set up for our back bend. Hands come in at your low back. Roll your shoulders back. Eye gaze up. Inhale, lengthen, grow that sternum. Exhale, hinging on back. So coming back as far as you wish. You don't need to come far, but as deep as you like. Coming on back. Shake it out. Very good. Chin into your chest and then round on down into our forward fold. Uttanasana. All right. Shake it out. wag it out. Fingertips can slide underneath those toes for your Padastasana, or peace sign fingers grab for your big toes. We want to separate our feet about hips distance here. So relax, just hang, just breathe. Bend your knees as much as you like. And flat back, relax. Just hanging out, just breathing, feeling that stretch in our hamstrings. Heel toe those feet together, release your hands if they've been brought underneath, and we inhale, half lift, exhale, forward fold. Once more, inhale, half lift, forward fold, relax. So in your forward fold, kind of taking a mental note of where you are, place those fingertips on the mat and bending your knees as much as you need, that flat back, and relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And just kind of taking a mental note of how much you can straighten those knees. You really feel this in your hamstrings here, so. And again, if your knees are bent this much to keep that flat back, that's perfectly fine. Wherever you are is okay. Shake it out, wag it out. Okay, once you have your mental note, hands on the mat, downward facing dog. Identify that right foot, bring it through, base of your lunge, and lower down that back knee, untuck your toes. So hold right here, and we're really going to get into those hamstrings, because we're going to take this right foot and bring it forward into your monkey pose. This is also called splits, but people freak out when I say the splits. They're like, well, I can't do the splits. And yeah, I can't do a backflip, but maybe one day I can do a backflip. So it's all about, just trying. So if this is your splits, that's fine. If you can bring your foot all the way out and your groin all the way down to the mat, that's cool too. But we really want to find that stretch there in that right hamstring. So bringing that foot out as far as you like. We'll be here for a minute. So if you want to make fists to kind of prop yourself up, that's cool. If you want to lay down onto that leg, that's fine. But wherever you are, breathe. Very important. Inhales, lengthen. Exhales, soften. Really coming into that breath. Noticing how every exhale helps to relax that right hamstring. Maybe closing your eyes, envisioning with every exhale that hamstring is getting looser, more open, more flexible. It is letting go, it is releasing. Okay, this right foot, bring it back just a little bit, and then bring it across your mat so you can lay down your leg for the base of your pigeon pose. And however far you need to bring this heel in towards your groin here is perfectly fine. So whatever you like. Holding here in the base of your pigeon. And once you're nice and set up, that back foot is straight. And bring that torso on down onto your forearms. Relax. About 5 to 7 breaths here in your pigeon. Just breathe, soften, letting go. And slowly, slowly coming back up. Tuck those back toes and downward facing dog. Pedal it out, walk it out, getting loose in your down dog. Left foot, bring it on through, lower down to your back knee, untuck your toes. So really coming into our splits here. So we want to very slowly inch that front foot forward. And again, if you cannot do the splits, it is perfectly fine, but just kind of, taking things at your own pace. Always getting a sip of water anytime you wish. Again, if you want to prop yourself up on your fists here, that's cool. Just don't have your fists forward like this because you could buckle into your wrists. You want them outward to keep things nice and strong. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Again, we'll be here for a bit, so getting comfortable. You've got it. Stay focused. Stay present. Being here on your mat. Close your eyes. You inhale, create space. Exhale, softening. That left hamstring, releasing, relaxing. Remember, every exhale, that left leg getting looser, more flexible, more relaxed. Okay, that left foot, bring it back just a little bit and heel toe it across your mat so we can lay it on down for the base of our pigeon pose. Very good. So go ahead and getting squared up here however you like. And then once you're nice and square, coming on down. Relaxing on your forearms, breathe. about 3, maybe 4 breaths here in your pigeon. And slowly coming back from your pigeon. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, getting loose. Lowering onto your knees, untuck your toes, sitting back on your heels for that brief thunderbolt. Okay, so coming into our cow face. And we want to come up into that tabletop and then take your left knee, wrap it around your right. Separate your feet behind you, and then sitting all the way back into your cow face. So, doing your best to keep your knees stacked on top of one another. And cow face is a really great posture because it helps us get into that low back. So, hands by your side here. Typically in cow face, we do this kind of stretch thing with our arms, our triceps, right? But you can do that if you like, but I think today we're leaving that out because we really want to focus on that low back and our glutes here. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinging forward. If you wish, you can walk your hands out wherever you like. Keeping with your breath. Three more breaths in your cow face. You've got it. Inhales, lengthen. Exhales, help you hinge. And come on up. Shift your weight forward. Unravel your legs. Kick it out. Shake it out. All right, next side. So right knee wraps around your left. And then sitting on back. And again, everybody's going to be kind of a different place here in your cow face posture. So knees is your goal is to have them, stacked on top of one another. But if they're off a little bit, that's fine. Doing your best to sit equally on your sits bones. Kind of a lot happening here. I know. Okay, so go ahead, close your eyes. Hands maybe here on your heels to help push down just a little bit. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Keeping your feet flexed to protect your knee joints. Keeping with it. And as you wish, coming back up. Very good. Shift your weight forward. Unravel your legs. Ooh. Wag it out, shake it out. Kicking out one leg, then the other. Swaying around. And from here, tuck your toes, coming into that downward facing dog. Walking hands to feet, feet to hands for forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, so we're back in that forward fold to kind of check here. Fingertips on the mat. And bend your knees, bend your knees. Nice, tall, lengthened torso, but relaxing your neck just a little bit. And gauging, maybe if you've made a little bit of progress, seeing if you can straighten those knees a little bit more. And I think there's something to be said for progress versus confidence. And I honestly think that I've made maybe a half inch of progress, it feels like. But more than anything, I think I have more confidence in my forward fold that, yes, I can eventually come into that nice, perfect, fold without having to round my back too much. So relax in your forward fold. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths, kind of playing with it, shifting your weight forward, maybe back, whatever you wish. Okay, when you're ready, inhale into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Relax. Hands on the mat. Bring it all the way back. Downward facing dog. Shifting forward into plank. And then lowering all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Bring those hands along beside you. Left or right ear on the mat. Just breathe. Just relax. From here, rolling onto your right side. Stay here. Coming into that half locust. Place that hand, palm down, underneath you. So not palm up, but palm on the mat. Rolling this hip onto that forearm. Same thing, opposite side. Pinky should be touching underneath you, chin on the mat. Eye gaze not really forward, but just slightly forward, just so you can set your chin on the mat. Feet are together, one strong leg. Identify that left leg, lift it on up. Breathe. Set it on down, opposite leg lifts up. Set it down, and then straightening out your neck, so bringing your lips onto the mat, then lifting both legs up. Breathe, stay with it. release everything. Shake out your arms, and then from here, go ahead, roll onto your back for our first Shavasana. Feet fall out, hands fall out. Relax. Maybe shaking those arms out a little bit if they still need some love after that half locust. It can be kind of intense. Helping to continue on with that theme of our hamstrings, a really great posture for this, especially those with tight hamstrings, is happy baby. So bring those knees on up. And finding your balance here between where that low back maybe starts to lift off and where it doesn't. Or if you're wearing like a microphone belt, adjusting it so it doesn't stab you in the back, that's also a good thing. So there we go. All right. So some folks will be fine here and their low back won't lift off, too much or not at all. Others may have to grab for their shins. Others may have to grab underneath their knees. But wherever you are, trying to keep those nice 90-degree angles in those legs. And instead of rocking back and forth like we sometimes do in our happy baby, how about just having a nice firm grasp on your feet, holding that bind, and then breathe, relax everything else. Strong arms, strong hands, but relax your legs, relax your hips, just breathe. Your left hand, left foot, release it on down. Keep a firm grasp with that right hand. Sometimes this half happy baby almost helps to isolate things even better. Coming back into your full happy baby, and release your right hand, right leg comes down, isolating that left side. And full happy baby. And bring your feet down next to your glutes. Knees still bent. Very good. All right. Bring your knees left to right, just kind of releasing a little bit of tension in that low back. And hands grab for the top of your shins, hugging those shins on in. And you don't need to bring your chin up or anything, just very gently holding right here, drawing little tiny circles if you wish. And go ahead, bring those feet on down into your Shavasana. helping to release more of that tension in our low back. Take your right knee, bring it on up, and then spinal twist. Guide it on across. Finding the balance between where your knee lifts off, where your shoulder lifts off. Again, it'll be different for everyone, but just breathe. Really enjoying these last moments here in our practice. We still have time for a few more postures, but as things tend to slow down, sometimes our mind starts to wander about and think about all this useless stuff we need to do, didn't do, whatever do. So just close your eyes and take 3 breaths. Choosing to be here on your mat, breathe. And slow, 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 come back to neutral. That heel plants down next to your glute here, and then allow this leg to fall on out, kind of a modified tree pose. Bringing your hands maybe up overhead. You can make cactus arms, whatever you wish. Breathing into those hips. Sending that breath way down, nice and deep. Bring that leg on out. Shavasana. Left knee, bring it on up. Hands grab for that knee, and then guiding it on across that spinal twist. Again, finding the balance between, where your knee lifts off, where your shoulder lifts off. Taking your time. No need to force our twist here. So I think often we can cheat and just use this arm as leverage and really push down that leg. But instead, having your breath do the work. Close your eyes. Inhale, create space in that low back. Your exhale allows the twist to happen. Very, very slight. Keep going. Just breathe. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be, nothing to do, other than right here, enjoying your twist. And slow, slow, slow. Coming on back. Keep your knee bent. Plant your heel down next to your glute. And gently allow your knee to fall on out. That modified tree pose. Hands, bringing them up overhead. You can make cactus arms if you wish. Whatever you please. And after a few breaths, bringing that leg on down. Sway your feet, bob your knees. Very good. All right, not too much left in our practice. Go ahead and bend your knees, bring them on up. Getting set up for that Setu Bandhasana, our bridge pose. Fingertips touching your heels, so if you need to bring them down just a little, that's okay. Waddle your shoulder blades in as you lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Breathe. Remember, try not to crunch your neck in and lift your hips. Rather, just keep your neck at neutral. Nice long neck, and breathe. Setting it on down. Shavasana. And before we come into our final Shavasana, we're going to do one more forward bend, but it's just going to be seated. So I know we're in Shavasana, but since it's the theme of the class, and plus it'll make our final Shavasana feel so much better, let's go ahead, prop yourself up onto your forearms. From your forearms, coming up into that brief staff pose. Bend your knees as much as you like, and reaching on down, grabbing for those shins, ankles, feet, wherever you like, and relax everything. Allowing that back to round if you wish. Couple more breaths. Softly, slowly release. From here, coming into that final Shavasana, laying on down. Feet fall out, hands fall out, everything soft and gentle. Taking at least 10 breaths. Keep with your breath, keep with your focus, maybe counting each one. So together, let's inhale to the count of 1, 2, 3. Don't let your air rush out, slow and soft. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and slow and soft. 3, 2, 1. Remaining in your Shavasana. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Keep with your count. Inhaling, keeping with your count. Exhale. Still a few more breaths to go, really enjoying and cherishing each one. If your mind starts to wander, bring it back to your breath, to your intention. Slow, soft, gentle, and calm. You may choose to stay right here in your Shavasana or wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingertips. Gently coming back up into that seated position so that we can bow together. Thanking you all so much for being here. I truly, tremendously, gratefully appreciate it. From my heart to all of yours, you are a magnificent human being. You are in the right place, capable and strong. Namaste.